Canada is appealing to students in addition to being a famous tourism destination. It is a developed country with excellent educational methods and prestigious degrees. As a result, many parents want their children to attend Canadian elementary or secondary schools, while adults aspire to begin college or graduate studies there. Students must have a study visa and study permission to do so. Do I qualify for a Canada student visa? Canada student visa eligibility criteria. To apply for a Canada student visa and permit, you must meet the following requirements. Have these information on a valid admission letter from a designated learning institution, DLI. The school's official letterhead. You'll get a degree and a program. The amount of tuition you'll have to pay. The program's beginning and end dates. You must be at least 18 years old to apply for a student visa as the principal applicant, and your children under the age of 18 cannot apply on their own. As a result, if your child wants to attend primary or secondary school, you must apply on their behalf. Have a clean criminal record and be able to verify it with court records. A consent form from the Visa Application Center, VAC, must be filled out and signed. Copies of your current immigration status in another country or Canada must be submitted. Demonstrate that your presence in Canada is just temporary and that after your studies are over, you will return to your native country. Student visa requirements for Canada and documentation needed. You must also submit the following with your completed forms. Passport copy. Your trip history, which includes a scan of your whole passport to show that you have blank pages. Letters from your country's court and police prove you have a clean criminal record. A letter from you to the Canadian government in which you explain why you should be granted a visa and study permit. 2 photographs that match the photo requirements for Canada. Medical exams are required. Using a CV or diplomas, you may show your job or educational status. Proof that you can pay for your studies in Canada, tuition and living expenses, using one of the following options. You must show confirmation of ownership of a Canadian bank account, as well as a Guaranteed Investment Certificate, GIC, issued by a Canadian financial institution. You must show documentation that you have taken out a bank-issued student loan. You must have bank statements dating back at least 4 months. You must have documentation that your tuition and housing expenses have been paid in full. A letter from the person or institution who is providing you with money is required. You must be able to demonstrate that you are the recipient of a scholarship. If you plan to study in Quebec, you'll also need to submit a Certificate d'Acceptation du Québec, CAQ, from the Quebec government. Your school will provide you with details on how to apply for a CAQ. You must send a letter of explanation explaining why you wish to study in Canada and providing proof of your financial support. If a minor is traveling to Canada to study and requires a custodian who is not the minor's parent, you must additionally submit a Custodian Declaration Form, which specifies who the child's custodian is and must be signed by the child's parents or legal guardians. If you are applying for the first time, you will not need a document number on your study permit known as a Unique Client Identifier, UCI. If you have already applied for a study permit, you must provide your study permit document number, which may be found on any letters given to you by the Canadian government. If you are traveling with family members, spouse or common law partner, and minor children, you must have the application materials ready for them as well, and you must apply as a family. Conclusion. All papers must be translated into English or French, and certificates and confirmation of accuracy must be provided. After you've submitted all your papers, you may submit your application and pay your costs.